Hello, welcome back to my channel. This your girl here once again. Welcome to I Am Luminescent and I am the High Priestess Luminescent. All right, and here is where we put some intuition with the stars. I'm going to be talking this week regarding March 10th through the 16th astrology. The eclipses this week. Mars retrograde starts this week as well. So let's talk about it.
And I see it's gone to some astrology. Well, baby, I can see your face.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of like fast forward to the 14th, which is the day of the eclipse. Eastern time, the eclipse will happen at 2:58 a.m. Okay, that's Eastern time, daylight saving time or whatever. But this is going to take place at 23 degrees Pisces in Virgo opposition. Okay. So wherever you have 23 degrees of a mutable sign, especially Virgo and Pisces, you're going to feel this the strongest. And then Gemini and Sagittarius, of course, um, the mutables first. Secondly, Taurus placements, because this is going to hit Taurus. Uranus is at 24 degrees. So it's going to trine over to the moon, but it's going to sextile over to the sun. So whatever fantasy or illusion you create that you visualize. Okay. So like I was saying, Uranus is in Taurus and it's in forward motion. It's going to sextile to the sun with Saturn, and it's going to trine over to Virgo moon in the south node. So there's that, and I've been dreaming about like and hearing a lot of repetitive messages about something popping up or something popping out or something being shaken up, um, or something is falling out of a tree. Something is being shaken up, and Uranus is the planet of surprises. So very much can be a shakeup this full moon that was very unexpected. However, keeping in touch or in tune with your intuition, you may have seen this coming, or you can kind of speculate or calculate how this could have happened. Okay, when it comes up. So, and everyone's going to feel this in one way or another, whether you have a prominent placement of Taurus, Pisces, or Virgo, 23 to 24 degrees, or you're just going to be dealing with people who have a more profound effect and you're feeling the wave that's going to hit you the same way it hit them, but it's coming off, it's bouncing off, like the energy, is moving in waves. Okay, so what I wrote down here was with the sun and Saturn being together because they're doing their annual conjunction, a sobering moment, this tower or this shakeup from Uranus, it says a sobering moment. Trine Earth, Moon, Uranus, 23 degrees, sextile Sun, Saturn, and Uranus. So Mars, and then Mars 18 degrees is trining over to Saturn. A big gap, it's a gap of a trine angle, but Mars is trining over to Saturn and Pisces. Right, and Mars is fresh off a station in direct after being retrograde since December 6th. So I saw this too as woman or women are adjusting to war ending. Reimagine the woman. This is the kind of energy I was getting is that we are reimagining what femininity or the woman may be or look like, because there's a lot of information that has been integrated into society that is absolute absurdity or incomplete analyses that were done, and the tide is changing now. How women are going to be perceived, how they perceive themselves, is going to change. It's definitely, of course, generational, because the Pluto Capricorns are starting to become of their adult age, and processes are coming through for them as well. So that Pluto Capricorn generation with this trine with Uranus and Taurus with the Virgo moon, the Earth trine, is going to have a profane on effect on them as well as a generation, the generation Alpha, not Gen Z per se, more so, well, the older, I mean, well, the younger Gen Zs and Gen Alpha is what I'm kind of like referring to, because I know the kids being born now with Pluto Aquarius is beta or whatever I don't know what they doing, child, but they naming the generations, okay. But that was the thing that I was getting, a sobering moment of realizing the woman or a woman in your life or significant, matriarchal figure has changed or is changing, and that things are never going to be the same again. And it's a sobering moment because it's like you have to really account for peering into the future of how everything is going to change and how everything's going to be this way instead of that way now. Like, and it doesn't necessarily have to be about someone passing away or someone going away or someone being ill or sick. This can also be from the perspective of like how we perceive women is going to be a more, um, something more of strength without needing to fight everyone, and also softness, but not automatically assuming that it is for manipulation. It's more like a way of life, or like, and it's not to be sexist or anything like that, because that's not what it is. Like, it's not a gender role thing. It's just being able to freely tap into whatever energy you want to create or manifest here. And everyone has a divine feminine particle of who they are, because we can't create without the divine masculine and the divine feminine. That's the law of gender. Okay, that's a universal law. Okay, this has nothing to do with man-made ideologies. This is nature talking. Okay, so when it comes to what is natural, what's natural, um from the earliest of times, women have always been able to do whatever needed to be done. That's nothing new. It's just the recent history has shown that, especially when I just watched Barbie yesterday or the day before yesterday. I just seen the movie Barbie, and it and that kind of like, it's kind of the energy where I'm getting, where it's like there has to be a redefining, there has to be a redefining moment of how we are going to come together and be one. There's been a lot of energy supporting division and separation between, you know, how we're supposed to like share our lives or share ourselves with each other. Like, there were standard rules in place where we couldn't even touch each other or be around each other. And that showed a lot of, you know, weaknesses that we have in humanity, that was majorly exposed when it comes to the mental health, because it was all about connection being missed the last few years, that people really started to tank on an energetic level. People were missing connection. And we don't want to get away from that just because things are getting more technically advanced. The more technically advanced things become, we should be coming together better as humanity, not separating ourselves further apart from nature. Okay, because we're also a part of nature. That's never going to go anywhere. So if we have a consistent relationship with nature, then nature will continue to have a beautiful developing relationship with us, because we're choosing to participate with her. So what I'm saying about adjusting to war ending, it's like a mentality. Okay, that Martian energy, Mars year, 9 year, right? A lot of things are on fire, things are crashing, things are burning, things are colliding. There's accidents, there's anger ablaze, there's expression, there's I like people are choosing to identify this and I'm that and this is what you are and this is how they are. Like it's a lot of exertion going on here. And Venus right now, as we're recording, is retrograde as of March 1st until April 12th. So, again, this is a redefining moment for the divine feminine energy and those who participate to be divine healers and messengers of this energy are also going to be deeply affected with these eclipses that are taking place for the next year. And this is going to be because we kind of got a little bit of it last year, but this year, full blown Pisces Virgo. Okay, Virgo rules the day today. That's where the moon will be. Pisces rules the opposite side of that, which would be the evening to evening time. But it's like they always in existence. Okay, we just see it as a delusion of separation because we are moving, objects are moving or they're vibrating at a certain rate, so it comes around and then it goes away, it comes around, but it doesn't really, it's not really gone, you just can't see the effects of it the same. There is a change and both of these are mutable signs, Pisces and Virgo. Change, Sag, Gemini. Okay, so when we are looking into this, Cancer being the mother, Queen of Cups energy, right? And then Virgo also being a mother archetype, but Ceres the mentor, it's a mothering energy that is about also doing the workload, work the Cancer, the moon. A mother is all about the nurturing and zeroing in on the unspoken parts of the child or whatever is being nurtured, in that energy. But going back to the Virgo and motherhood, because the moon will be here, and Saturn is opposing the moon. Okay, so their conversation has to be one of um what, because we're in Pisces season, right? We're heading back into the new year of Aries. So it's like at this time, astrologically, we're being asked to release and let go. The sun and Saturn are going to be conjunct. So this is the sobering moment where it's like something is going to kind of like feel heavy. It's going to snap you out of that, that fanciful Pisces energy just a tidbit, because Virgo is about the facts, the matter of facts, right? And Saturn is about what's right, what needs to be done. Okay, so, and this could be laws regarding the divine feminine energy, or things that govern divine or connected with the divine feminine energy may have a change to its laws. Okay, so what I'm saying is the sun and the Saturn together is sobering us up. Okay, we're going to be so sober with this sun and Saturn conjunction. Okay, and if you're having issues with your sobriety, definitely take advantage of any and all opportunities to reconnect with yourself and your high, reconnect with your higher power on assisting you through this. Okay, go seek assistance, go get help, go get support. Okay, if you're in that circumstance, if you're having issues with your sobriety. But I don't only mean that in a physical way, I also mean sobriety as far as what have you had issues with distancing yourselves from, or no longer having a routine or a pattern or a ritual to give energy to something because it didn't serve you. Eight of Cups is Saturn and Pisces energy, right? Eight of Cups talks about walking away from things that you have invested a lot of yourself, your, you know, subconscious into. You poured into all these cups, wishing and wishing and wishing. And it's like, okay, now that you've gotten to a point, you know, Virgo, moon. is here to reveal what all of that has done for you. And in order for you to see it, you have to detach. You have to go through the loss. You have to go through Saturn telling you, okay, this is no longer relevant, or this is no longer an option, or this door is now closed because there's another window or another door or another opportunity for you to grow and mature. The sobriety comes with a level of maturity, integrity, consistency, discipline. Okay, and Virgo is for integrity. Virgo is for discipline. Okay, Virgo is for all of those things. It's just that something is going to alter your day-to-day life, and you will need time to adjust to this. But in time, in 3D's time, because Saturn rules a 3D, right? In 3D's time, you will understand that this was for a greater purpose, for your benefit, as everything is always for our benefit when it comes to how the universe deals with us. You'll see it was part of the greater, Pisces sun, that vision that you had all along. It's just that Pisces 2 energy, especially when there's so much Pisces energy too, we can really, really want to escape. We can really, really feel the need to get away. And the only thing that you're kind of running from is yourself. When you start to observe something, okay, you realize you're observing something. Now, who just realized that it was observing something? You know what I'm saying? Like, go deeper into your safest, escape into that realm, not so much escaping into like fake or, yeah, like fake spirituality, false identities. Like, don't escape into fake identifications. Escape into yourself, okay? There's nothing wrong with isolation, healthy measures. Virgo is the hermit. Pisces also needs to be isolated so it can, be in its own dream world, dream state as well. And sometimes it's hard to get to that state, especially if you're a 12th houser, it's hard to get to a certain sweet spot with yourself or within yourself when you're constantly surrounded by people all the time and you never have time alone. You never have time to disconnect from the world. Like, you're just carrying all that energy and all that, in your org fair. You're just shuffling it around until you get to a state where you allow yourself to just shut it off or cut it off and disconnect and let it all go. So that could be the sobering moment, is that you may need to start implementing that into your day to day to help you become more calm and more serene. And that way you're able to make better decisions, better choices, Virgo energy, okay, about the decisions that we make have to be based off of what is useful, what is good, okay? And the Pisces energy opposing is giving us the ability to imagine our life at the highest frequency possible. And also challenge yourself to go even into another like high level of joy in that imagination as well. Don't shortchange yourself thinking, oh, I can only get this far because of A, B, and C, and D is not in whatever order. It's like, no, throw all of that away. Just throw all of that out the window. Forget about that whole entire concept for a minute and think of a different and totally new concept you can create for yourself and how you want your life to be, and really dig deep into that imagination, immerse yourself into it, and act as if, you know, there is no other reality than that one. Like, allow yourself to do that, like have that moment of just complete immersion into your imagination as if you're a small child. It's very important that we don't let go of those pieces of our humanity. Okay. And with the trine over to Mars, slight trine over to Mars in Cancer, it is going to, with Saturn, it is going to feel like I'm getting like a lot of heavy emotional energy being released back out into the world. Like it's going to come from us releasing the emotion, right? Because the earth frequency has been higher the last few days. There was a blackout even with the reader. So the energy has been super high lately if you've been feeling it. It can, you could have headaches, you could feel dehydrated, you could feel like you just need to take a little bit more extra time to rest or to move a bit slower because you could feel like time is slipping or skipping or leaving you behind or something like that. Those could all definitely be symptoms that um you're in tune with the earth's frequency changes and shifts, and you're allowing yourself to shift through those dimensions with it by what you choose to focus on. What is your imagination? What are you imagining? What are you daydreaming about? What are you at nighttime? Do you remember your dreams, what you're dreaming about? Are you at a state of Pisces energy where you can control your dreams, lucid dreaming? Okay, do you know how to fall asleep with intentions on having a dream or a memory come to you? Have you been practicing that, or do you want to practice? Though that's a lot of information that we can pull just from our connection to our higher power that cannot really be measured or found in a book. And it's time that people start getting more comfortable with that being a truth that we can utilize as well, because everything from the 3D comes from the same essence that we are created from. So if it's in us and it made us, of course, the books are just a regurgitation of everything energetically that needs to be expressed that's already within us. So it's a possibility that, a lot of people, Virgo moon or Virgo energy, the intelligence that a Virgo energy has or possess within itself, being able to, and they call it autistic and all this other stuff to try to demean the energy just like they do a witch and all the, like like the language, Gemini, the linguistics need to be made normal in school training and everyday, like, secular schools. But it's like with that Virgo energy and the intelligence, Mercury energy, the high intelligence to observe and know frequencies and patterns and how to catch something, how to throw something off when something is off, how to fix it and how to break things up into pieces and put it back together. And though that those puzzles, like, life gives us, Virgo energy is very keen on unraveling those. It's a master magician, right? The hermit was wisdom, not the number nine. We're having a 9 year. So this is a great opportunity for us to fix our imagination on something, lock in with Saturn and do the discipline. And sometimes that discipline is really just as something simple as allowing yourself to daydream about how wonderful something is and just go from there and expanding your dream, your imagination into more and more things that bring you joy and a desired outcome. Like maybe that's the only practice that needs to be done because we spent so much time with this Virgo South node imagining, okay, in my calculations or in the patterns, this has always failed. So let's focus on not failing. And it's like, no, you want to focus on things going right. That's where you want to put the focus on with the sun. And then the moon presenting itself is like that's going to be the illusion of thinking you made a plan or something in a 3D you've concocted within your mind that is going to be successful. But the sun and Saturn with the North Node in Pisces and Neptune at 29-degree Pisces is going to show you that your emotional health is really what's at the forefront right now. That dark matter, that those emotions, those deep, deep waters within us is what's real. The subconscious is really on display right now, more than the conscious mind. We're in Pisces season as well. So with this opposition with the moon and Virgo being an earth sign, we of course we want to make sure, all the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, the expiration date, we're checking that to make sure, of course, that those are the things. Those are things we're supposed to do, right? However, leave it at that. Don't create frustrations and problems that are not really there. Okay? Don't add in stipulations, or don't talk too much about what can go wrong, because what has gone wrong. Talk more about the possibilities, no matter how wild and crazy it may sound. The wilder, the better. How things can go right. You have to be a little illusionist, the perfect illusionist, and just how wonderful it will be to, pick up this debt and just get rid of it just as easy as I put the pen down. Like, no, debt is gone. Like, what debt? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the type of thoughts and imaginations and visions we want to be focused on at this time. Not being so nitpicky and focusing on what's trying to be perfect. Just focus on what's going on right now in the moment. And if you're having a hard time doing that because it's so much going on around you, or you feel like you're being pulled in so many different directions and you're just trying to keep your head above water, start something small, which is allowing yourself 5 minutes of just quiet. Just 5 minutes a day of just pure quiet. And then you can work your way up into 5 minutes of daydreaming about something the very definition of what happiness is for you. And it can change day to day, it can change in 2 minutes. Just allow yourself your to feel that all your dreams are coming true for once. Just please allow yourself to feel that this full moon, okay? Mercury is going retrograde as well, so it's going to take that message that you give to the moon at full during this full moon um eclipse. Okay, it is an eclipse. So have a talk with the moon, okay? No matter how wild and crazy your dreams are, allow yourself to feel that all of your dreams have been realized and no one had to be hurt. You didn't have to be hurt. You didn't have to be sad. No one had to die. No one had to have anything bad happen. It was all done legally. Like, allow yourself to just, money is not an option. This is my dream life. Money is not an issue. This is my dream life. A life of leisure. I'm free to go and do and choose and eat and sleep whenever I want to. All right. I live a life of leisure. Okay. So, whatever your dream life is, manifest that. Okay. Focus on that more than trying to find and discover the details of what's wrong or what's bad. Because Virgo has a habit of looking at the bad before the good, because they want to make sure it's useful. And it's not bad, because we have Virgo energy for a reason. It's just that it has to be balanced with its sister sign, Pisces. All the facts in the world, all the hard work in the world, knowing all the fun facts about everything, it's great, it's awesome, and it makes you profoundly seen. Um, it makes you seen as a very profoundly intelligent person, yes. However, how are you connecting with yourself emotionally? When do you give your mental a break? When do you stop trying to solve problems? When do you try to stop solving other people's problems? When do you stop looking for problems and start looking for solutions only? Have you been able to count how many solutions you've made today and how many gratitudes you have for the day and when you wake up and before bed? Okay. And I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this message found you well. And remember, the universe is always supporting you. Okay. This Mercury retrograde is going to help us to go back again with Venus into Pisces and review how we see ourselves, because it's rapidly changing by the day, by the week. And that's a good thing. You want to keep evolving. You want to keep finding new things about yourself you love, or keep continue to dream new dreams that you never thought you could dream, or just some brand spanking fresh ones. You never knew some of them dreams could make you a lot of money. Some of those dreams could put you in a great place of living or traveling, or even just a peaceful day at the spa. You know, allow yourself to dream big. All right. Peace.